Hi students, this is Kartik Trivedi and you are watching a lecture series of Applied Thermodynamics with you wanna see example of two-stage reciprocating compressor with intercooling example. So that is very important. So what you have to do, you have to watch this video very clearly, give attention, and what you have to do, you have to solve similar example. Similar example means you have to see the previous year GTU solved example. In that all solved example, you have to see two-stage and intercooling. So whenever there is a two-stage and intercooling example is there, you have to solve that example, not single stage, because in your syllabus you have a multi-stage, not single stage. So what you have to do in GTU exam, what you have to do previous year GTU, you have to solve two-stage and intercooling example. So this kind of example only you have to solve. So let us see here. We have take one of the example. So example is a two-stage, a reciprocating air compressor takes in air at 1 bar and 300 Kelvin. The air is delivered at 15 bar. Intermediate pressure is ideal and intercooling is perfect. The law for compression is PV raised to 1.25 is equal to C. Rate of discharge is 10 kg per minute. Find 1. Power required to drive compressor. 2. Saving in work compared to single stage. And 3. Heat rejected in intercooler. So these three things you have to find. So let us first we will write given data. So two stage. First you have to remember here they have given two stage. So this is two stage and here intercooling. So these two word is there. So we have seen here in last video we have seen the theory. So that is example is related to that series. So that you have to, that's how you can identify. A two-stage reciprocating air compression takes in air at 1 bar and 300 Kelvin. So P1 1 bar. I will convert into Newton per meter square because sometime in exam you have to use this formula P1 V1. So when volume is given and P1 is given, so at that time you have to convert bar into Newton per meter square to get the answer in kilowatt. But here we will take bar value, but for your understanding I have taken converted bar into Newton per meter square. So P1 equal to 1 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square. Temperature is given 300 Kelvin. Here the air is delivered is at 15 bar. So final pressure is given. So final pressure we know that here two states. So P1 initial, P2 intermediate and P3 final. So final pressure P3 is given 15 bar. Here what he has done, here he has given the intermediate pressure is ideal and intercooling is perfect. Intercooling is perfect. So whenever perfect intercooling comes in your mind, always remember this equation P2 equal to under root P1 dot P3. Here he says the law for compression is PV raised to 1.25 is equal to C. So compare with PV raised to N equal to C. So here compression index N is equal to 1.25. The rate of discharge is 10 kg per minute. So mass flow rate is given. So mass flow rate will be 10 upon 60 kg per second. So we have to convert it into second because we want answer in kilowatt. That's why. So now we know that P2 is equal to under root of P1 into P3. So here we put bar value only. Why? Because we want this in bar. So P1 is given initial pressure 1 bar. So I will put P1 equal to 1 bar. P3 equal to 15. So you will find your PT value. Now what I am going to do, first he says power required to drive the compressor for two stage. So I will write two stage perfect intercooling example. So that is what we have derived in last theory for two stage perfect intercooling. The power is 2 upon 2n upon n minus 1. P1 V1 bracket P3 upon P1 n minus 1 upon 2 n minus 1 kilowatt. But now some of you might have confusion, sir. You have find minimum work done, but when work divided by time, it will give us the power. So that is why it is power. 2 n is equal to what? 1.25. So put 1.25. Now instead of P1 V1, I will write MRT1. Why? Because V1 volume is not given. See in some example volumetric flow rate they will give meter cube per second. Okay, so that's how you have to find the volume, but here not volume is given. So whenever the volume is not given, so you have to convert P1 V1 into MRT1. So this is my MRT1. So mass flow rate 10 upon 60 R. You have to put value R is equal to 0.287. Why? Because you want in answer kilowatt. Because R is equal to 287 joule per kg Kelvin. But if you want, we want answer in kilowatt. So we get that value in kilojoule. So that's why you have to put value R equal to 0.287. T1 300 Kelvin. P3 15 bar. We put bar value over here. P15 bar.
P1 1 bar n is equal to 1.25, so put over here and your answer will be in kilowatt. So give me your answer in your comment section, okay, for two stage. Now let us find out the second thing. So what he says, saving in work compared to single stage. So that's what he is try to say that here for the two stage this much power is required, okay. Now how much saving you can do instead of single stage if you do it in two stages? So first what I have to do, first I have to find the power required in single stage. So first I will require power required for single stage. So power required in single stage equation will be something like this: n upon n minus 1 P1 V1 P3 upon P1 n minus 1 upon n minus 1. So you have to remember, if you do compression in single stage your equation will be like this. So and you know that 1.25 P1. What you can do now, instead of P1 V1, because you know that have the value volume, so what you will do, instead of P1 V1 you write MRT1. So you have the value of mass flow rate, which is 10 upon 60, R 0.287, T1 300, P3 final pressure will be 15, P1 1 bar, n is equal to what, 1.25. So put that value and give me your answer in comment section. So P1 equal to this kilowatt. So this is the power required for single stage. So now what is the saving in work? Saving in work, let's say, for example, let us say you will answer 50 kilowatt and here 40 kilowatt. So that means what? For getting the same pressure, here you require 40 kilowatt and here you require 50 kilowatts. So how much power is saved? So 50 minus 40 is equal to 10. So if you do single stage, you can save the 10 kilowatt. That is just for example. That is how you have to write saving in work is equal to P1 minus P blank kilowatt. Okay, so that is what you have to write. Sometime they will ask, find out in percentage. So how you can find the value in percentage saving? So saving in percentage will be P1 minus P upon P1 multiplied by 100. So that is your saving in percentage. Okay. Sometime in example they will write mechanical efficiency. So they will write in this example, let's say if they write the mechanical efficiency is 80%, then find out the shaft power. So how you can find the shaft power? So shaft power is equal to whatever power you have get over here divided by mechanical efficiency. So if mechanical efficiency is 80%, so you have to divide it by 0.8. So that is the shaft power in kilowatt. Same way, first two stage you have already power divided by 0.8. Same here for single stage you have power divided by 0.8, and then you can find out the saving in terms of shaft power. So sometime efficiency is given, so you have to find out the shaft power. Okay. Third that you have to find out is heat rejected in intercooler. So we know that heat rejected in intercooler is equal to Q is equal to mass flow rate Cp T2 minus T1. Now we do not have the value of T2. To find the T2 we have equation T2 equal to T1 P2 upon P1 n minus 1 upon n. So we have the value of T1 300 Kelvin, P2 how much? P2 3.87 bar, P1 1 bar and 1.25. Find out the T2 in Kelvin. So write down your answer of T2 in comment section, and after finding T2 you have mass flow rate 10 upon 60, Cp of air 1, T2 minus T1. So T2 you have it. How much T2 you have it? So you can find it out from the here. So T1 is how much? 300. So write down your answer. So that will be your answer in kilowatt. So that is how you can do it. So write down all your answer in comment section so that I can verify. So this is how you can solve the example. So what you have to do, just slowly read the whole example, then do step by step procedure. Okay, so always remember, if volume is given and pressure is given, then you don't have to use this formula. So what you can do, P1, but at that time always remember you cannot write here P1 bar value because you want answer in kilowatt. So you have to convert that bar value in Newton per meter square. That's why for your understanding, because here I do not need to convert it into Newton per meter square, but just for your understanding I have done it over here. So keep that in mind, keep unit in your mind. So if I want answer in kilowatt, so that means I require data in this and these terms. So always remember that if I require answer in kilowatt, so if mass flow rate is kg per minute, so I have to convert to kg per second. So this is very small thing that you have to keep in mind. Okay. And second, students, what the student do though, they feel they fear about the example. What you have to do, just try to reach to the final steps. Okay, maybe your answer is wrong, but you have followed the procedure, then you can
at least you will get the marks of the procedure. So always try to reach at the final stage. Okay, so that is what you have to do. So I hope you will like this video. So what you have to do, you have to solve similar example from the previous year GTU solved example. What you have to do, for find out the similar example of something like this, two-stage intercooling, and you can easily solve it. So I hope you will like this video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.